1, 2, 3. Hey now, Metal Mike coming at ya. Good morning. It is very early in the morning. I don't even think it's 9 o'clock a.m. And what day is it? Jesus, it's Tuesday! So, can you believe it's already August? Summer is already over. Unfrickin' believable how fast that has come and gone. This morning, what am I doing? I got a couple of packages I got to ship. Priority mail. So let's give you an idea of what we got going on this morning. There were a couple pieces I wanted to show you that I'm shipping out. Number one is this one. This is a very old, very early car spark plug with its original box. This is a beauty here. It really is. I sold it on eBay. I think it brought I think 22 bucks, 26 bucks. I'll show you from every angle here. And you know, the value that it brought really isn't worth how cool this is. This is almost, I mean, geez, this is hard to have let go of. And you say, well, why? Well, it's a beautiful piece of history right here. You see that spark plug, and you can see it doesn't even look like it was ever used, hopefully. Let's zoom in there really good. This is just a beauty. It really is. I don't even remember where I got it. I kind of stumbled across it. It was just in with my stuff, my junk. If you notice the last couple of videos, I've been kind of going through some of my stuff and letting it go. So let's just do a real simple filming here of me shipping this package here and rambling. So I went through all my magazines, if you can believe it. I've got way too many. Over the years, I bought every type of gentleman's magazine there was. And when I say gentleman's, I'm not talking porn. I'm talking like Details and Maximum and Stuff magazine, Blender. Something you wouldn't even buy in today's age with the internet. Well, the internet existed at that time. Jesus Christ. And, you know, I just still bought these magazines, and I ended up with them. I've probably got a couple, 200-300 of them. And you say, well, how the hell, what were you buying that for? Well, as a single father at the time growing up, you know, I would buy them at the grocery store every day, you know, because it was something to go home and do, to look at a magazine. I've always been a guy into magazines all the way back when I was a teenager. I read a lot of them, comic books, etc., music magazines, on and on and on. I still like going to a bookstore, looking for books, and buying heavy metal magazines. Little off topic, but basically what we're rounding about and trying to say to you is I've been going through my inventory. We call it inventory, we call it a collection, we call it a hoard. It's all of those things and more. Just trying to let go of stuff. So I went through my magazines. The ones that I had on shelves anyway, not the ones that are in tubs that I have to soon discover, and in suitcases. And I organized them. I mean, I broke them down, and now I'm trying to get rid of them. I put a huge lot of them, all the Maximum, all the stuff. I put that on Craigslist for $100 bucks. I think I even might have marked it down to 75 at this point. But when I went through the magazines, I also am looking for the ones that are the damaged ones that are missing a cover. And what I've done with those is they have become fodder. And what is fodder? I don't know. Chum. This is my chum for packaging. You know, you always need packaging, so you always must reuse anything that you can. Now let's see. We're going to go over here. We got another item we gotta ship today. I suppose I should probably mark this because I will forget exactly what's in here even before I can walk away. That's how fast my brain is so old at this point. I forget in lightning record speeds. So we'll just put on here spark plug. Then I just have to print up the shipping labels. And remember, if you're not familiar with eBay or the post office, all these priority boxes are free rather than sitting there trying to find a box that fits. and going through that and saving boxes. You can set up an account on U.S. Postal Office website and have the boxes hand delivered to you. Or here's that awesome YMCA folk art trophy. Didn't bring a lot of money, brought 10 bucks, but let me tell you, I paid $5 for it, so I came out on top of that one. It would have been worth just keeping, but you see, that's the difference between now and the past. At 48 years old, going on 49 on the 19th of August here. Geez, you know, you can't keep everything. You can see, we're in a hoarder situation, and we've got to move this stuff out and get rid of it. And so sell at a loss. Break that down again, because people do not like that term, sell at a loss. Sell it cheap is an easier term to use, I guess. It sums it up a lot easier. Get rid of it. Get it moving, because if you're still out there collecting and you're hoarding, whatever you do, you know, some people just love to save everything. I've been watching quite a bit of American Pickers and stuff, and kind of just watching the reaction of the collectors who are absolutely drowning in inventory or their collection, and they fall in love with it. It becomes a part of them, which I understand. But for me, honestly, I think that the best part I enjoy about collecting and even getting rid of some things and selling them to people at really good, cheap prices. Number one, I like hunting it down. Number two, I love saving it, because a lot of the times I'm saving these pieces from the dumpster, literally. Just almost reuniting a piece that, you know, like this piece here, you know, the fantasy is this is going to a guy that really digs this and appreciates it as much as I do. Because I do appreciate this piece, even though I'm getting rid of it. I appreciated it enough to take the risk to buy it, not knowing if I would end up keeping it forever in the hoard, or if I could find someone else that shared in my love of it. And just reuniting people with pieces, because obviously if I kept every cool piece that I find and save, well, I guess I'd be like those guys on American Pickers, right? I would have 8 million things, which I already do. So I've been organizing. You know, I invested in it's a kind of a pop-up shed. Because this year I had a limited amount of money, but I knew that I needed to stretch out my collection a little bit so I could go through it and get rid of things. So I needed to either have a shed built, build one myself, which I just couldn't undertake, or I didn't want to take that challenge. So I bought a pop-up tent one, spent like $300 on it. Really a good one. It's got a floor on it, etc., but it frickin' leaks. Can you believe it? You know, $300 in, it leaks. And so I'm pretty bummed about that. So I had put over, geez, I bet you I got 40 tubs out there, 35, 40 tubs. And I'm getting moisture in there, which is going on the floor. I've got the tubs on the floor, and I'm effing freaking out because, you know, that's my collection. So now, down here in the bunker, by having been allowed to take some of the collection out, I've been able to organize, and now I've made more space in here, but now I'm filling it back up, but at a more organized version, taking advantage of every single space. And that's what I've always talked to you about getting your collection, spreading it out, condensing, and taking advantage of space, because space is money. So we've been getting that done, and so now I'm moving all the tubs back in to the cabin, or into the bunker from the cabin. And I'm going to flush out that main cabin that I've showed you, which I just get water in, and I've got rusty old farm equipment out in there. I just got to get rid of that shit. I just don't even want it any fucking more. Sad thing about it is the flea market here that I'm a creature of habit. I only go to the one flea market because I feel comfortable there, and I go out to the Medina. But the Medina flea market, let me tell you, it sucks because this is what's happened to it. You don't really have people out there that are just collectors, that just truly are getting it for the passion of finding something cool and old to decorate their own homes. Originally, that's what I was for years in my teenage years and prior. You know, it wasn't about collecting it. Maybe I collected comic books, you know, but I always was out just seeking old and cool shit. So we went to thrift stores, back when thrift stores really were a fucking thrift store. Those were the days. If you were able to have lived pre-internet, when things literally came into the thrift store, went on the fucking shelf. Of course, I'm sure there were treasures that came in and got scooped up, but majority of it went out on the shelf, and it was really an opportunity for someone to find some really amazing stuff. Nowadays, everything is fucking run through the internet. Everything is either stashed before it hits the floor. I mean, can a sleeper hit the floor? Of course, they do. But the legwork involved in finding those pieces has become extraordinary. No longer do you have these mom and pop thrift stores where literally, that were run by little senior citizens. Not in this town, anyway. There was this one in St. Paul on Rice Street that I grew up going into. It was called the Economy Center, and it was run by all volunteers, senior citizen women. And, you know, 90% of the time it was shit, but you could literally find anything there. And for cheap prices. It wasn't like today, you know, where they are literally selling this stuff for the buy it now prices that they Google and find on eBay. So they're selling pieces for almost top retail, or it's just a fucking ripoff. It sucks, man. It's sad that that's what it's become. But they're actually taking people for their money now at thrift stores. They're charging extraordinary prices and getting it because people are thinking that they're finding a treasure. Now hold on right now, I gotta go and guide my daughter back. Go watch your show there, kid. That's my oldest daughter. 18 years old. Autistic, special needs, so that's why I have to guide her back. Say, hey, take your teddy bear and enter into the other I'm lucky. I'm blessed with the situation that I have. You know, I have the bunker, and then my office is connected, and then next to that we have a family room. So it's all sprawled out on one floor, and I'm able to manage it. So, talking about the shit that we get to get rid of, talking about the thrift stores and the cool old shit, that the flea market, that's where I was. That's where I lost my space. The Medina. So there's not these people that are going out there just collecting to find cool shit to decorate their homes like of days past. Now everyone that literally shops there, 99.9%, you know that's my favorite saying that there is, other than hey now, is that they're dealers. So you're basically, the Medina Fleamarket has, since I originally began going there, I would bet over 10 years ago plus, it was huge and mammoth, and you could literally find anything. I could find military stuff, old toys, and it was new people. Now it is barely anyone sets up anymore. And they're all fucking hardcore dealers. You get the stray cat that comes in every now and then that is just someone selling their shit, getting rid of it. But those are fewer and harder to find because, number one, all the dealers are doing is buying from each other and flipping. So you've just got a flea market of pickers and dealers. They're the only ones fucking buying, and they don't want to pay shit. It's fucking tough, and it's just dealers. That's all it is. And it sucks. It's a shame. Where has the customer gone? Where are the people out strolling around buying? It's gone. So Metal Mike, shipping some things, watching the kids, talking to you, bullshit, and I got 2 packages done in the time it took talking to you. So I guarantee I did over 10 minutes, damn it. I got 1 more, I got a box. And then I got 2 more that I got to get paid for at a box. We'll get these out today. And hey now, Metal Mike, get something done. Go out and pick in your treasure. Try to get rid of some of the hoard, right? Try to get rid of some of your inventory, whatever it falls on for you. And if you're just an old guy, go buy something and decorate your shelf. I'll be right there, Lane Michael! I have to get my son and let his bike in. Hey now!